Were you afraid?
Yeah, we had mixed emotions. It was new. Brian, we knew we were kicking against the so-called power structure or the status quo, which was white. See, then you didn't know what was going to jump off. You didn't know whether your house was going to be bombed or what would happen. Somebody would shoot at you, or, they had to go through your mind and went through our minds. It was new, and you were kicking against white institutional racism. That's what was going down.
And one of the ways that institutional racism expresses itself is on the bodies of the subjects of the state. In other words, on the people. Often when the victims of such expressions of political power are black, there is no justice, in part because the expression of political power is sanctioned by the government, be it state, local, or federal. What did that say to you as a young man?
That the government was crooked, corrupt. That's what the civil rights movement was about, and that is to attack Clannish laws, Ku Klux Klan laws that were supported by the government. It came to,
Did you make up that term, Clannish laws?
Yeah, I guess it did, yeah. Clannish laws. And somebody said, I've been hearing for more than a week, that the Klan, Ku Klux Klan, going to demonstrate on the day of the debate at the Motor Museum. And I've been telling people, last time I heard it, I said, that's a rumor. I could tell when my mind went back to the 50s and 60s. See, in times like this, some of everything comes to surface.
If the Klan was actually demonstrating outside the vice presidential debate, what do you think the political message would be?
They would be sending a message of hate. They would be sending them racial hate. They would be sending a message of oppression, suppression, a message of anti-blackism.
A lot of people are confused, though, because they think of the Ku Klux Klan as being against African Americans primarily, perhaps Jewish and other minorities, but Hillary Clinton and Tim Kaine are both Caucasian. So what would they have against those two political figures?
They see that they would be one to assist the black cause. I would just say that. They would feel that they are N lovers, using the N word. The N lovers are assisting us in various things. I'll give you an example. When I was in Raleigh, North Carolina, a student, we organized a Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee when I was on the campus of Shaw University. We demonstrated in Raleigh, North Carolina. Now there were some white students who came down from the theological seminary students, came down from Harvard, Yale, New York Theological Seminary, Union Theological Seminary in New York and so forth, Pittsburgh. They walked the picket lines with us. There were some white people who stood on the sideline, walking. It was crowded out there. It had to have a certain amount of distance between, all that. They had gone in the store and got chains with links on them like that. And when they took it as long as they could. Sometimes when some of those white seminary students would walk by, they would sneak behind them and hit them, knock them out. Blood would be flying everywhere, Now they did that to them because they saw that they had joined us in demonstrating for a worthy cause.
So they were more enraged by the white people participating in an equal justice movement than the black people.
Exactly. They were. And for you joining those ends, going over and jumping, but they knocked practically almost every day they were there until they were stopped.
When government participates in acts of violence against the people, and you use the N-word to remind us that there are certain people who have no protection under the law, and then you take N-word lover and you point it at a white person, what is that saying to them?
That is saying to them that they are not cared for.
They're in danger.
Yeah.
A lot of us voted for Barack Obama for reasons that is, if I could sum it up, is that we believe in a multicultural America. That's identity politics. What's wrong with a candidate who represents a backlash against that, also using identity politics to say, I prefer another period when America was different?
you detain in progress when you prefer when America was different. I'm glad you said that because you got a lot of people now in the Trump camp, for instance. I see signs under his name, and he has said it. Let's make America great again. One, Barack Obama, his administration, has done a whole lot in the country, has done much in the country by way of progress. To say it, get it back. Two, the other prong to it, let's return to discrimination. Let's return to really racial hatred and so forth.